Hello, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome again. Firstly, really sorry about the earlier stream on Just 24 India. My electricity just went. It just went, and yeah, there was nothing much I could do about it. I got back on immediately, but again it went immediately as soon as I got back on. So I'm really sorry about that. Hi Vishnu. Hi. Hello everyone. So this is just going to be a very short and very chill stream, much like some of my earlier streams. And I wanted to test out a new feature on Leeches called Puzzle Storm. So this is the starting screen. I have 3 minutes, and I don't know how many. I don't know the rules and stuff. I just let's just go. That was a mouse slip. So the one thing is the moves are extremely fast. It comes back at you so fast. It's so instant. Queen g2. This is just winning a piece. Bishop c3, bishop c3, queen c3 check. Now rook e6 wins. It's a pin. Queen b1 check and queen e1 is mate. Bishop e3 check here because the rook is hanging. So far easy ones. Rook d2 is checkmate. It's mate in one. Queen e3 and queen into e3 taking this bishop. It was a fork. Queen g3 and queen g2 is mate. It's a popular mate theme puzzle. Rook a1 check, rook into e1 and queen f2 and queen into e1 wins a piece. So there we go. Now queen f4 check and queen into f3 is one option. That looks good. It wins. E5 check wins a piece. The knight on c3 and queen d4 check hits both c3 and g1. Queen into d4 check, queen into c3. It looks like the time gains when you do a lot of things correct in a row. And here there's both queen g2 and queen h1. Both are checkmates. I hope both of them are correct. Queen d6, it's a pin against the queen. So queen d6 and rook into e3. Now knight f3 check works, hitting both the queen and the rook, and also queen into f3 looks interesting, but I think it should be knight f3 check. The queen is supported by the knight. If we take this with check, the queen loses the support. Queen into h3 and queen f1 is checkmate. And here also queen h2 and queen h1 is checkmate. Rook into a2 check wins this queen. And here both the rooks are attacked. So we move on with check and we take the other rook. Okay. This one's perhaps not that straightforward. Uh, Bishop into h3, bishop d5. Bishop d5 should be the move, I think. Threatening queen g2 check. Ah, no. D into e3 check. I'm so sorry. This was silly of me. Queen into d5 just wins a piece. So far, the problems are very simple. Very, very simple. Here, bishop d5 check. Yeah, queen f1 is checkmate. Queen f3 check. Uh, no, rook f1 check and queen into f1. Queen f3 and queen g4. Bishop h2 check, hitting the queen. Queen c5 check, forking the king and the bishop. And now g h6, knight h7. Here I think knight e3 check and queen f2. The difficulty level hasn't really increased. Bishop e2 and this just takes a queen. Rook e1 check. Queen into d5. I get more time for my accuracy, I'm guessing. Rook d8 and rook d1 as checkmate. And here I'm just going to run out of time, I guess. It's a new all-time high score. 45 puzzles solved. Only 45 puzzles solved. It looked like I solved a lot more than that. No? Or it gets reset with. If I go below, I can see the amount of time taken and the rating strength of the puzzle. And also, here I made a mistake because of the mouse slip, so it shows the amount of time taken and the strength of the puzzle. So it looked like it was gradually increasing, but okay. Should probably try one more time. Yep, this is leeches. Okay, one more time. With a simple fork. This is also a simple fork. Another fork. Another fork. This knight is protected. This bishop is protected by this knight. So we just take it. Rook f5, rook g7, and that was a mouse step. Queen g2 is mate. Bishop into d5. Bishop e6, and now bishop d4 check. Queen e6. Rook f4, b4, b into c3. Knight e2 check. Well, at this exact moment, I'm streaming, so I'm not training Nihal clearly. Queen f2, queen f1, rook f1, knight e2, knight c1, bishop h2, queen d4, and here it's easy to create a passer and win. Queen f2, queen g2. Now rook c2 check wins a rook, and here I can just take rook e2 and b into c5. Takes should be 3 check. Thanks for the super chat. Technical radius. Planning a Discord battlefield event. Would love if your server member will join for chess. Yeah, I'm sure my server members will also love to join. We can get in touch via Instagram DM or email. So when I make a mistake, the time goes down. Yeah. Queen g1, rook d4, and I don't know exactly how this thing works yet, but it's definitely it's definitely interesting, and the good thing about it is it's fast. The next questions come instantly. Queen e2 and queen c2 is checkmate. Queen into f4 just wins a piece. g3, g2, g1. Knight e4 also wins. Just takes back. Queen into a1, g into h. Did I not? Did I do something wrong there? This wins a piece. Queen f4 check or queen c4 check. Queen f4, rook d1, queen c1 wins. Bishop h6, bishop d3, and queen into c4. How did I solve more this time? I thought I solved more the first time. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I shouldn't really have. I mean, I thought I was much more distracted. I was reading out super chats and I had much more mouse lips. Pretty much all the mistakes were mouse lips, I guess. And it will be interesting to try and get 100 in this. Yeah, right now my score is 52, but I think we can really push it to 75 already on today's stream, and try and maybe score 100 in the coming few days. Cool. Let's go again. Rook d8 takes a piece. It's a fork. Mate. Free piece. Wins the queen. Takes. 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 Now Queen d8 check. Queen d8 check was the move. That was so. King h6 or king h4. King h6 looks like it goes into some kind of mate. King h6 was it? Queen h7 is mate. Bishop e7, bishop f6, bishop f6, bishop d8. Bishop d5 check wins the queen. And here bishop h7, queen d8, rook d8 check, deflecting the rook. Knight f6, bishop into f6, knight f6, bishop b7, g4, f5, bishop e6 check wins the piece. And here queen e8 wins. Back rank weakness, something we are all familiar with after the 2020 streams. Bishop into c5 and queen e4 wins a piece. And rook c8 check, rook d8 and queen f8 shouldn't be necessary. It should be some queen e6 check and queen e7. Queen e6 check and bishop f4 was the move. Bishop d6 and queen b7, h4, queen f6, queen h6, queen f8, knight g5, knight e4, rook b8, rook d8, rook e8, e6, e7, rook h5, rook e5 is one way, but bishop d3 is mate. And now d5, rook e2, rook d6, bishop c3 should be winning. Bishop f6 and knight e4 and queen c4. Now what? F5 wins, attacks both the rook. F5 king into e3. Knight e7 check. Just take knight into e3. Or maybe knight e7 check is even stronger. Looks stronger. So cb6, ab5 just wins a piece. Knight d6 check hits the queen. And now rook c1 hits this c5 bishop. Queen into d7, queen a4, queen is safe, queen h7, rook h4 is mate, queen f8, rook f7. So from what I see, the faster you do this, the more time you get, right? And there doesn't seem to be a limit for mistakes. So then what is the deterrent from making mistakes? Mistakes and knight a6. This creates an outside passer. The king is not in time. for the square. Rook d8 and queen into a5 wins the queen. And now there should be some rook f6 and rook c6 it should be. Queen g6, queen h4. Yeah, the puzzles are starting to get a little bit harder post 50. Such that it takes at least a few moments to understand what's going on. First, I should have played rook b1 there. Time reduces when you make mistakes. The time reduces when you make a mistake. So, yeah, that is a deterrent against mistakes. Hello, Phoenix. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone who is tuned in. More of this, people, more of this. Shall we get to 75 today? So her scores have been 45, 52, 54. Of course, I'll also check the Tata Steel games. That goes without saying. Sooner or later. Awesome. Let's go. Let's go. Let's try to seriously get 75, but also fail enough time so the stream goes long enough. This is checkmate. Wins piece. 92. Fork. Another fork. Fork. This is also kind of fork. Queen f1 is back rank mate. Copyright Samay Raina. Bishop d3. Queen into b3. Mate in 1. Bishop h2 check. Disco check. Bishop b4 is a pin. Queen into g2 is just a mate in 1. A fork. Knight d4. First you have to take the king is in check. And queen f2, queen e1 is a fork. Knight c5, knight d3. Knight d2 wins the rook. Queen into b1. Queen b6 check attacks b4 and g1. Rook h4 check is a skewer. Queen into e4 is a pin, and we just move the king for one more. Queen into c3 is an undefended piece. d5 check, a discovered check. Queen into b6, taking advantage of the pin. Queen e5, queen b5, bishop d4, it's pin. Queen into g2, queen g4, queen d1, bishop d3. Knight f4 attacks both the queen as well as the king. Knight g3 check because the rook is defending g3. And now rook c1, f g6, f gh5, queen d4 and queen into e5. And now rook e8 traps the queen. The queen has nowhere to go. I'm getting time bonuses also. Queen e1 and rook b1 check wins the queen. Queen into f8, rook into f8. So far so easy. Rook f2 enabling me to queen here. And now knight f3 check. King g2, knight e1 a fork. Rook into f2 and bishop g3. Queen d5. The problems are getting two more solutions from one more solution. Slightly getting harder, but no real difference to me. Queen e1 check hits the rook. And now e4 should be winning a piece. Yeah. Bishop into f5 taking advantage of the pin. And king f5, e4, knight into d5, hitting both the queen as well as the knight. Queen b1 check and rook b1 wins. e4 hitting both f3 and a1 and taking a piece. Here knight d4, knight e2 check wins because the queen is protecting. And now just rook into f3 and rook f6. Or yeah, rook f3 just wins a piece. It's a free piece. It's hanging. Queen h5, queen g6. And now I can just play queen d4, but not a good. I should take queen to f7 because the queen is hanging. So right now my queen is pinned. I move it, and now rook d2 first maybe, or should I play some queen g3 check? It is starting to become slightly harder. It's now f5 is rook a2 traps the queen, so that's GG. This is a piece gone, and now bishop into f3 and queen g2 queen h1. I can just take this. Knight e4 would cover the rook. That's it. Rook d8, queen c7, rook e7 traps the queen. This is a typical pattern. Knight d4 is a nice discovered attack. Knight e2 check. Queen into c5. I should first take bishop f3 and then play queen c5 because this is a pin. And now what do we do? I can just take queen into g4. Yeah, simple but powerful. Bishop f7 is a threat, but after e3 and e2, he will no longer be able to catch. Rook c1, bishop d4 check, rook f1 is back rank mate, trademark Samarena. Bishop e5 is possible, bishop f4, or I think just bishop e5 and bishop e2. King h6, bishop c1. Head g5 is simple. Now bishop h3 check, queen h3 and knight f3 is checkmate. Bishop g5 check and rook d8 is GG, queen f3 check, and queen into e3, simple. Now what do we do? Just bishop g5 and rook g7, yeah. And now queen h4 check, queen h2, queen f. No, queen h4 check, queen h2 and g2 check. Wins the queen. Rook d6 wins the rook. Queen h2 and rook h4, GG. Queen h4, bishop g4 and queen h1. And we have plenty of time for the 75 mark. But I'm not able to find an obvious solution. And I'm guessing I will lose time if I get this wrong. That is the hard part of this game. What is it? I don't know. Yeah, 75. Reach 75 with 100% accuracy. This is cool. And 75 is, of course, a really small score. I think 150 or 150 is something which can be challenging because time keeps increasing. Time keeps increasing with all the correct answers. But I think we should at least try and we can try and touch 100 in this stream today. That should be a acceptable goal. Shall we go on? Okay. Thank you so much, Vishal. Let's go. Okay, easy ones, easy. Rook f5, it's a double attack. This is also easy. Rook c1 and rook into e1. It's double attack. Knight f3 and queen into f3. Knight b3 check. b5 and takes. Rook f1 and queen into e6. Knight e2, knight c1. This is checkmate. It's a fork. Queen h2 wins. It's a free piece on g5. Rook into d2 and king into f7 and king f5 wins an opponent game. Bishop g4 traps the queen. Queen f2, queen f1, rook into f1, queen f2, queen f1, rook into f1. Same pattern. Queen g2 is checkmate. Queen h2, queen h1. Rook a1, no. Bishop e2 is checkmate. Rook d6, rook d2, bishop g5, bishop h4, and queen g. I'm under check, so I need to play rook c5 first. Bishop h6 check first, and then take the queen. Queen h5, queen into f7, and knight d2, distracting this knight and hitting h2. Rook d1 check, queen into b2. Rook g7 hits the b7 rook. Gh4, and now knight f3 check and takes the queen. Rook d1, rook e1, and king g3 h2 takes. Knight rook f3 and queen e1 takes and hit the free queen. Takes the piece. Rook g6 check. Bishop to b4. Bishop g4 traps the queen, and rook e3. Rook e3 is easy. Queen e3 is checkmate, and now rook g5 traps the queen. It's all the same pattern repeating itself. King h2, king h1. Now queen g3 is checkmate by force. Queen d1, knight e3 check, knight d1. This, oh, I lost 10 seconds. Queen f6 check. It's a double attack. Knight d5, bishop g5, rook g8 wins, and now rook a6 traps the queen. Knight at f2, knight g4 check. C into b2, c is queen. Queen f6 is mate or rook. And now knight g3, knight d2 check, knight c1, queen e1 and rook e2 check. And now rook e1, rook f1, queen into c4 check is a double attack. Rook f2 and knight f4 check. Very nice. Now queen b1 and queen f5 is one option. Why was that a mistake? Okay. Queen e1 and queen b4. Bishop h2, queen into f1. And here I think queen is one option. Yeah, queen d4, queen into e5, bishop into g5, and rook into e8, and finally knight f3 check wins. Knight g3 and knight e2. Rook c5 is there. Rook c5 is there, right? And now after rook d1 check, queen d8 saves the rook. Queen e3 check, queen d4 check, or rook e2. No, just rook d1 check. King e7, king g7, king h7. Now just knight d7 or queen a5 check. Both work. Or do they? Yeah, they do. Why not? Okay, rook h7 traps the queen. And I need to be a bit careful to at least reach my previous high score. Too many mistakes this time. Queen a3 check and rook c4. That was a nice one. I think this should, yeah. Knight d. 100 is hard, guys. 100 is hard. Arjun, what are you doing here? 100 is tough, but I think it should be doable. It's challenging. It's very challenging. It's challenging on the first day. Of course, you get better with time because these puzzles, it tends to be of repetitive nature, even though, no matter how huge the database is. Hello, Satvik. Hi, hi. Why haven't you joined stream long time? This is intense though. It's intense and it's fun. It's a good morning workout to get your brains started. It's like a yo-yo test of its own. Hey, that was a mouse slip, guys. That is unfortunate. But okay, many a successful campaigns begin with a misstep. This is so her easy puzzles. Knight d2 check is discovered attack. D into c5 traps the bishop. This is a discovered check. Queen h6, queen f6 is checkmate. Rook d1, queen e1 is also mate. Bishop a4 and bishop d1. And bishop b7 traps the queen. So it's queen trap or fork or skewer or checkmate. Uh, this has been the theme of most of these puzzles. And the ultimate repetitive nature extends to chess also. Although these puzzle games are a lot less complex than chess, but ultimately, ultimately it all comes down to repetitive learning, which is what, which is how Chessable was founded first. It was founded as a startup a long time ago by a scientist and a chess player. Making use of a concept called space repetition. What? I'm slowing down with time. When is Srinath going to do his dare? It depends on my rap coach Aranya. I wanted to get on with it and get it done, but I need the lyrics from her, and until then, I just have to quickly talk out chess moves. That was a very silly mistake of me. This is going to be an all-time low score. But understandable. My concentration was not quite there. Yes, Satvik, yes, of course. The preparation for boards is also important. Of course, uh, it's also a statutory warning. Yeah, don't get too addicted to the streams and don't get too addicted to chess as well. If that's not your profession, well, don't get addicted to anything in life. But if you had to choose one, then chess is maybe one of the lesser evils. This is a fork, free piece, hanging piece, free piece, and here there's a queen trap. F3 wins. It's a checkmate. Queen G1, Queen A1. It's a skewer. Queen F2 and Queen into E1, mate into knight F4 check. It's a fork. This is a discovered check. Fork, and now rook E4 check is possible. Or yeah, of course it has to be rook E4 check. Rook into E2, rook into E1, discovered attack on the bishop. Knight C5 hitting both the queen and the bishop. It's a fork, taking queen out of the pin. Knight g3. Oh, int f4 was maybe better. This is a fork on the second move. So if you see people, those who are watching, all these things, all these basic tactics like discard check, discard attacks, pin, skewer, these are the very basic tactical operations which I started training at the age of 6, let's say. So when I was 6, I used to get these printouts where I used to just go through all these things, and it has become so internalized that I can do it in seconds now, and not just me, but any title chess player, be it any title, will be able to do these things on automatic. This is the foundation of initial chess understanding to be very good at tactics, and this stage can be reached pretty quickly. Within the first 2 years, someone can become very good at tactics, very strong, especially if they are starting out early. But this is one of the tried and tested, proven ways which everyone has done. And if you're starting out chess, if you're learning chess, it's a good idea for you as well. But perhaps try not to do it with time pressure, because that's like driving in a busy road when you're learning to drive, like driving in the peak traffic. There's just too much pressure, and you also have to focus on the learning bit. It's tough, but instead, try and do it without time. First, familiarize yourself with the different tactical concepts, the introduction. On that note, I'm also going to do a learning chess stream tomorrow at 5 with Angad Singh Ranyal, who is already a very decent player. Okay, this time let's do it seriously. Let's try to at least cross 75, even if not reach 100. That should be easily doable. Okay, Vikash, I won't take forever, but the agreement is clear, yeah? Aranya sends me the lyrics, so please. Aranya has also not streamed much recently. I played bishop h2. That was a mouse slip. Why did the bishop stop on g3? I'm trying to do it a bit quicker, so I'm not explaining the tactical concepts while doing it. Trying to reach a higher score so that not every stream become. I mean, not every attempt becomes an excuse fest. But this is fun. This is a lot of fun to do, especially as I told you, after you wake up or you're just waiting around somewhere and you have a quick 3 minutes, not making you people, I mean, not, I don't mean to make others also mobile phone addicts like me, but if you're using your phone anyway, then that was a bad anticipation. I expected him to play a different move. I expected it to play a different move. This one's also not going to be one where we break the 100 barrier, but at least that gives us content ideas for future streams. Wouldn't want to do everything by today, yeah? That would make it boring. Knight b3 and knight into a1. Yeah. Okay, we are in business to 73, 73. Suddenly, I started becoming conscious of the score. Rook b6 was the answer, trapping the queen. That was a good run towards the end. That was a good run, and if I focus like this, maybe I can hit 100 today only. Thank you. Wow, Santosh, you also tried this, is it? Not able to click anything. Yeah, okay. Are you guys getting bored of this? Or, I mean, I know one or two always get bored of what's going on in the stream and want to see something else, but majority, are you guys bored yet? Should we do something else? Never is a strong word, no? Checkmate, knight fork, pawn queening on time. This should be a queen trap. Yeah, I didn't get to show the point, but doing it quickly has like doing it rapidly has clear cut incentives. You hardly lose time when you do it rapidly and accurately. Also, not easy to. What do you do? Oh, the c1 bishop is defended. I missed that for a while. Bishop and d7 first, and then queen g4. f4 wins a piece. This wins, and f into e4, queen b6 and queen d6, and now queen h5 check, g5 f6, c4 and takes, h6 check, e7, bishop d7 should be mate, but it's a pin, so we get the queen to finish off that work. Rook f6 was mate. It was just not my pfc making that move. Just knight c8, and now bishop f7 check and queen, knight into d5 and queen into f5 check. Bishop c8 is possible now. Bishop d7 and knight e6, knight d4 and rook into e7. Rook f7 is possible, or rook f7, rook e8, knight e6. Okay. Queen d3 and takes, and bishop into f5. Queen h6, queen d2. Just queen b6 is possible. Bishop d6. e5 and rook into f4. Now queen e5, queen e6 check. Takes and king f2. Queen g6, queen h6 is possible. Queen g4, queen e6. All these moves are possible. Should be queen g6, and then after queen h6, it doesn't let you show the full solution. So rook g3 is threatening mate. I've got some valuable extra time. I wish life happened in the same way. You know, when you do good things, you get additional time. Perhaps that is what taking care of your health. 75 was actually not bad, yeah. Oh yes, Faizan, you're right. Do like the stream and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. 43 is not a bad score. Overrated noob. 43 was also the score I had for the first time, and the most important thing is to keep improving your own high scores to reach the maximum of your own potential in every possible way, and nothing else really matters. So far, so good. I haven't been talking much this puzzle storm because get a. I'm trying to break my own barrier. Oh, queen into a5. God, it was a brain freeze. Now what do we do? Rook h1. Rook g3 I should have played, is it? Ah, that was again another brain freeze. What do I do now? Okay. I noticed that the moment I start speaking, it's like a different circuit of brain, and I make mistakes. And then when I'm completely focused, I'm able to use only my PFC. But yeah, the thing is, there are these pro streamers like Hikaru who are able to run both circuits of their brain effortlessly. I'm guessing it has something, I think it has everything to do with practice, and it probably takes enormous practice to internalize that aspect. Kill, kill, kill like Maximus. And I'm pretty sure all of you can get very good at solving in a period of 2 years maximum. That is regardless of the age or gender or nationality. All of you who are watching can become vastly improved by 2 years. The first step after learning the basics and everything is to become very good at tactics. Rook f4, rook g2. This is not easy. Yeah, sometimes you really get stuck at some things. Now just king f1 or king h1 or yeah, king f1 and look into g6. Knight knight to g5 should be checkmate. Knight e4 and queen into e4. Now knight a3 and knight b5 check, is it? That was not easy. Rook g4 check, queen g4. It gets tough around this point. 100 is going to take some days, guys. I just don't see the answer here. And when you get stuck, maybe when you get stuck, it's probably a good idea to just make a mistake and move on. But yeah, 75 is probably going to be the high score today. So this is also a concept of how space repetition works. Yeah, we need to do a lot of repetition to get better, but sometimes it's very important to leave breaks between repetitions. That is what space repetition is about, and that's how Chessable was built. Their whole tech is based on this scientific process of learning called spaced repetition. Okay, so what next? Maybe we just look at the. Uh, really, I thought you guys hated Bullet. Yeah, some would love to accept challenges from you, but I'm going to be here for a very short time. Uh, Maybe just 5 more minutes. I think we'll just quickly look at the Tata Steel games and end the stream. Tata Steel Masters round 10. Okay, so let me reset the OBS. This is the position, this is the evaluation bar. Because the setup can be a whole lot better, but since we are not going to spend a lot of time here, JJ and I didn't go to school all that much, so I wasn't really a class topper. Caruana versus Carlsen. This is the starting position of the Catalan, which is what I'm making a course on. And in the present position between Caruana and Carlsen, it looks about equalish. Black has his two bishops against two knights of against a bishop and knight. The one knight is common. All other pieces are common. The pawns are all symmetrical. The pawn structure, they're all on the same file. And right now it looks like black has something going on the sorry white has something going on the queen side. So white will try to break with something like queen e4 b4, but it looks like Magnus has this completely under control with b5. So as such, I'd say it's about equalish. Mild pressure for white, but not so much. Thank you. It's good to be back streaming as well. MVL versus Donchenko seems like it has gone pretty bad uh, for MVL. MVL is white. MVL is the best player in France and is also leading in the candidates tournament. One of the world class players. But Alireza is also living in France right now. Alireza Firoja. And the difference between their live ratings is zero point 0.1. So if Alireza scores better today, he's going to overtake MVL to become the highest rated player in classical chess among those who are living in the country of France. And so far it looks very unpleasant for white from my overlord, the Stockfish 12 engine. My my overlord. These black pawns are menacing, and this restricts the space of white's pieces. So it's like these pieces are controlling a lot of territory. Chess is a game of control. You need to control a lot of squares, and the person who controls more territory, the kingdom who controls, is usually better strategically. So in this context, the queen is attacked. Donchenko just moves the queen. MVL plays bishop e2, and now c3 is very strong because after bishop a6, c into b2, rook b1, queen into a6, rook b2, knight a6. Finally, this pawn is lost. This bishop is attacked. The bishop has to move to a lesser square. If he tries to defend with something like bishop b4, then after knight into b4, a into b4, protecting this pawn, queen a1 check, we have a nasty tactic. So as such, bishop e2 c3 in this position, bishop into a6, c into b2. It looks bad. It just looks bad. And I think so bishop e2, this is the current position, and after c3, Donchenko has a big advantage. That's surprising. Sudarshan, thank you so much. Good to have you back as well in the chat. Guys, we have about 100 people watching now. I'm curious to know, what do you prefer watching? I mean, of course, what do you prefer watching in the sense, is this classical chess interesting or only the online speed chess, the online rapid chess? If you had to choose between the two. Rapid, classical. No, I'm just curious, because Hikaru in his one of his recent streams was of the clear opinion that classical chess is dying and online fast play is the future. And many professionals who are used to the traditional format are of the opinion that online chess is actually not actual chess. That's a very strong and radical opinion to have. As for myself, on where I stand in this, to me, I think it matters more what the people watching think, because as chess professionals, as players, essentially we are performing, and we are performing. To perform, it's important to have an audience, and I think it's very important that we respect this audience and give importance to uh, what they prefer. Hello, hello, symphony. Yes, both can exist simultaneously, yeah, as Test cricket and T20 do. My next tournament is going to be only in the second half of 2021, I think. I don't see, but maybe something in February as well. Hey, wannabe GM, shout out to you. And yeah, 2020 has changed a lot of our priorities. Getting back to the chess action, Esipenko and Tenguero, equalish. So by this time, all of you have been following chess for a while, yeah? I don't have to explain who is playing and who they are. Yes, but the Jagratha gang, life has become back to normal, yeah? Marcos, the reason why Vidit and Nihal were not invited to Tata Steel this year is because it's impossible to travel from India to Netherlands. All the players, they are within the EU zone. Fabi has an Italian passport. Hari Krishna is living in Europe. It's restricted to people in Europe. Yeah, Sagar's commentary makes everything interesting. Yeah, true that. True that. Grandelius versus Ali Reza. Oh, I put it in such a way that you cannot see the players' names. That is stupid of me. My due apologies. Now you can see the players' names, although it's very small. You can also see the time remaining for the players. It's small, but it's there. It's there somewhere on the board. Tata Steel's venue is in Vacancy for years. It's a tradition that's very old. Goes back to well before World War II. It used to happen even during the World War II. This is a bit better for Grandelius needs. Slightly better and a lot more pleasant position to play actually. It would be. It would be. Yeah. It would take all of Alirez's genius to be able to win from this position. But that's what he does. Yeah. And now Anish has played such an unambitious opening, so uncharacteristic of Anish, the London system, and the position is nothing exciting. It's a equal position. It's pretty equal, equal. Okay. No, no. I don't want to say the word, but no prices for guessing what the likely result is going to be. Duda versus Van Forest. Jordan Van Forest is some kind of King's Indian defense slash Grunfeld, but it's more King's Indian defense where Jordan has sacrificed two pawns for his peace activity, and he seems to be doing well. Excellent compensation. All of Black's pieces are out there playing. White's pieces are all in the back rank at their homes. And then finally Hari Krishna against Aryan Tari, the Rui Lopez slash Spanish. I don't like Hari's position at the moment. But yeah, with Hari, you never know. He wins from any kind of positions. But the current position, Black seems absolutely fine. Black seems fine, and Black has a pair of bishops. He has a dark square bishop. White doesn't have a dark square bishop, which has been exchanged. So this helps Black cover control the squares on the dark squares better. At the moment, Black has to watch out for these pawns getting weak with something like a4, av5. a4 is a potential threat, and that is why Aryan Tari has played g4 here to kick away this knight. So this knight on c6 is defending e5, and when this knight moves, Black will also move his knight so that he can defend the b5 pawn with c6, holding a solid position. And if Black solves this problem, then he shouldn't have any problems in being able to hold and make a draw. So yes, with that, I will conclude this stream. It was meant to be a very short stream. I first of all I felt really bad at uh, disapparating from the earlier Chess 24 India Hand and Brain stream. I again apologize to all of you guys. And secondly, yeah, I'm also doing another stream. I'm also doing another stream tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's going to be a learning chess stream, and Angad Singh Ranyal is going to join me. So please join in, and please join in if you're free. And yeah, I'm slowly starting to getting back to streaming a lot more. I'm at the moment balancing between streams on my channel and streams on the Chess 24 India channel. And finally, before we conclude, um, do go to the Chess 24 India channel and subscribe the Chess 24 India YouTube channel. We are, the channel is about there's 1.95k subscribers, so please try and make it 2000. And that is my next stream listed. So guys, please try and make it 2000. Go there, subscribe, And yeah, see you tomorrow at 5 on the Chess 24 India YouTube channel. Well, I've been following all of Firoja's brilliances in this tournament, and I think every game has been fantastic. I cannot join Chessbase India tonight, guys. Lot of work to do. A lot of things coming up this week. This is like the maximum time I can allot to streaming for the moment, at least for the next month or 2 months. Okay, guys. So see you tomorrow, and lots of new things coming up. So there's going to be a learning chess series starting from tomorrow at 5. There's going to be an interview with Nihal day after tomorrow at 5. And I'm not going to have an end screen. I don't have to have an end screen. So bye bye. See you guys. See you soon. And thank you all for joining.